Reseller clickbait pot. Oh wait, hold on, Jimmy. Hold on. We have a
Oh boy. Oh
we
boy.
have a
He's stopping the
sponsor.
intro. He's stopping the intro, folks.
We have a sponsor now. An
We do?
official sponsor for the show. We do.
Oh,
You know, we had discussed
when?
last week. I got all of my stuff sent out, you know, for payment to them to
All right.
sponsorship, and they agreed. And so I made a little like kind of somewhat overly produced intro. So we're going to start the show here with my intro video. Reseller Clickbait Podcast episode 60 is proudly brought to you by your show sponsor.
I'm Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage.
We are.
And now here are your hosts, Jimmy Old School Flips.
So this is obviously a very special episode.
And Ken SSK Promo, Mr. Bill.
I'm done. It's time. The show's over. Last episode just that was great. No, that was great. Now,
Yes,
you negotiated that entire deal.
I did.
I knew very little about it. It was almost secretive. Like you didn't want me involved in the negotiation. I guess I'll sign off on it.
Okay.
On it, Corey and Teresa.
Corey and Teresa over there, Grams and Pops Vintage. And we're going to get it. We got, stuff. I got a nice letter here about the sponsorship and stuff.
Oh, okay.
But
did they say nice things about me? So I'll sign off on it again?
Well,
No, they didn't say
you
nice
may
things.
or may not have some advantage in this. However, I have had to do some checking, some legalese with it. But legalese, yeah. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. So,
yeah. Speaking of sponsors, I actually wanted to give a shout out today.
Yes,
because your family makes up what would we say about 35% of our subscribers and viewers?
of our
35%?
yes. Yeah, we're well represented in the bill.
Represented. I just found out, or I've known, but my sister Jessica and my mom Jerry have both started watching a lot, and they I think my sister got some co-workers to listen. So I just want to say, make sure you keep listening, Jessica.
Yes,
full-time eBayer is in your future.
Yes,
if that's even a thing, a full-time eBayer or full-time reseller. Keep it up.
There you go. Yes. Congratulations, Jessica,
to all
on that.
Your coworkers, I apologize that she introduced us to you. I'm sorry that you are forced to listen to us at work while she plays us. So anyway,
well, that's cool. Yeah, it's always great to get new subscribers, and especially when they're family and friends, and you can chat about that as well. So welcome to all those folks.
Yeah,
and I have a family member as well that just so happened to be. We had talked. Was it last week or the week before? Anyway, that Kevin Commonwealth Picker on his Flipper channel. Kevin, everybody knows Kevin from Trash to Cash and all his.
Who are you
channels.
talking about?
I don't know this guy, but he had done a giveaway for if we were to get over 400 subscribers, and that video helped. We gained a bunch of subscribers real quick, but I found out the other day that my cousin Susan was our 400th subscriber.
That makes perfect sense that one of your family members.
Well, Jill was having some interaction with her about some stuff and noticed that she had she also has like a vlog channel on YouTube. And Jill was, hey, do you know Ken? Here's his podcast. You should go subscribe. And she went. And it was like $3.99.
Everybody else in the family's doing it. So.
That's right. Everybody, pretty soon the whole Bill clan will have their own podcast and YouTube channel. But I want to give a shout out to my cousin Susan Graham. She has a page. It's like a vlog style YouTube page. It's new. She's trying to get new members, so we're going to link it down below, but it's called Allegheny Roots. Susan Graham, Allegheny Roots, and like I say, it's vlog style, and she does day-to-day life things. She's also very talented at crafting and sewing and embroidery and all of that stuff, and they do craft shows. And so if you like crafty type videos,
now is she
some of that on
I'm going to say that I'm going to ask this. Is she actually talented, or is this like one of those, like when a family member sings a lot, and the whole family tells them that they can sing good, but
And that
they really can't sing good. Like, is this one of those situations where you're like, she's really talented because I have to say that, or is she actually a really good at it? I have to ask.
She is very good at crafting.
Okay.
They do craft shows all over the area. Her and my her older sister, my cousin Alice, they do craft shows, and Allegheny Roots is the name of their like crafting business
All right.
and stuff. So we'll put a link down below if you feel so inclined. Go give them a like. They're trying to get 100 subs by the end of summer. They're
I just
a little over 40.
subscribed the Reseller Clickbait podcast to the channel. So
Excellent. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So to all of Jimmy's family and friends and my family and friends, thank you for being a part of this adventure.
And thank you, Kevin, Commonwealth Picker.
Yes.
We joke, we have the feud going on, but just like in the last episode, I kind of put the joking aside for a second. Kevin, great guy. Really appreciate him doing that for us. We're probably like his 10th favorite podcast, not his actual favorite podcast, but I like to joke that we are his favorite podcast.
I don't even think he listens, Jimmy.
He doesn't even listen, though.
He just knows us, from being around. He's I'll throw him a
These
bone.
guys show up at all my get-togethers, so I might as well give them.
That's right. So he did give away the Enema Man.
Yeah.
On one of his recent Commonwealth Flipper videos.
Yep.
I don't want to,
wait, an Enema Man, right?
Enema Man.
Yes. Enema Man.
I don't want to, spoil anything. Go check out Kevin's channels and stuff. But congratulations to at Daniel1979 that won that Enema Man. If you're, following and watching this episode, go check out Kevin's video. And
episode.
I did. I believe.
Turn into Sean Connery on me.
Yeah.
Self-reliance. That's my favorite quote from what's Temple of not Temple of Doom. What's the Last Crusade?
Last Crusade, yeah.
Yeah, when he says, I taught you self-reliance. And you just sounded like that.
Episode. Named the dog, Indiana.
And you have a resemblance to him, so that's kind of.
I do.
Especially in that movie, because in the movie he wears one of those hats.
I was just, kind of brushing my beard there, Jimmy. We got coming up, it is July, Christmas in July. We talked about this last week, and you're gonna.
I don't know. I've already been debating if I'm going to do it or not already.
Well,
I was like, we're going to Cincinnati, and I'm going to try to go to Buffalo, and I don't want to be all scruffy.
Yeah, it is.
When I grow a beard. Not pretty when I grow a beard.
I thought about that too, as far as going to the reseller rally, and I'm going to be, well into the beard, which is not my normal look. It's my Santa look. So, but next week will kind of be the official. I do it 4th of July weekend. This is kind of pre 4th of July. So next week I'll probably be shaving down pretty close to kind of get everything evened out and ready to go. And then we'll start from there.
I'll give it a try. I honestly don't think Sonia will be okay with it for very long. I think she's the one that's going to be like, okay, it's time.
Well, next week we'll put a poll up or something like that. How long do you think Jimmy will actually last in the Santa beard growth? It's not a challenge. The world.
No, it's just a comparison to see how terrible my beard will be. It'll be like nothing. It'll just be a couple.
Now, if you make it through, you make it through like to the Christmas season with this beard, are you going to bleach it all out? White eyebrows, hair?
No, I will never bleach my eyebrows. No way.
Scurry.
I don't have a lot of bleaching to do though. I mean, it'll come in pretty white.
Okay, well,
we'll see.
Getting to be an old man.
I don't know. Again, I don't have to grow my mustache out too far though, right? I can leave that just how it is.
Whatever look you like. I try to keep mine, trimmed and stuff, or it'd grow clear.
I'll give it a whirl. I'll give it a whirl, and we'll see how long I last.
I'd look like Zoidberg, from Futurama when he blew. If I let my mustache grow, it'd grow clean over my mouth. So, but we do have a sponsor, Jimmy. I want to get to this. An official sponsor for the show. I did broker the deal.
I want to make fun of Corey real quick because I love the new sticker that they have. I can see it behind you.
Yes.
But from here, it looks like he's wearing his hat like this. And Corey would never wear his hat sideways. But from here, the sticker looks. See, when up close, you can see that it's like a one of those. What is those called? A viewfinder or whatever. I don't know.
Oh yeah,
Or what
Viewmaster.
Viewmaster. But from a distance, it looks like he's wearing his hat sideways. So I would.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying from here? Maybe if we put this one up, it looks like it. See, look.
Oh yeah, there we go. See, that's up in the corner now that we have sponsor.
Corey. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
We've got we will.
Oh, I see they snuck the QR code in there and everything, folks. So
Yeah.
just scan that QR code.
Right there on
and
your
go
screen. You can
subscribe.
get the Grams and Pops. I'm not even sure where that goes. If that goes to their YouTube or to their eBay
I
store.
don't know. Well, you want to find out? I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, find out. Let's find out. Find out where that QR. You want me to do it?
Wait.
I got my
Yeah.
phone right
I don't
here.
have. So I got this letter. I got a package in the mail. 2 packages actually
Yeah.
from Corey and Teresa.
Too far away.
Oh, too far away. Can't scan it. We'll
Yep.
we'll find out where that goes. But
Oh, they use small font, so we're in
they
trouble.
did too.
Are
That
you going to
doesn't
read
help
that
me.
whole thing?
I am.
All right. Let me get comfortable.
Get comfortable.
Yep.
Dear
Nap
Reseller Clickbait podcast hosts.
Yes.
That would
That's
be you,
us.
Jimmy.
That's
and me.
us. Yeah.
It is our honor to hold the title of your first ever show sponsors, and we take the title seriously.
Okay.
So
we
seriously,
don't.
in fact.
We don't. No.
Yeah.
Jimmy definitely doesn't. Keep going. I'm gonna
seriously,
interrupt you
in
through this whole
fact.
story, just so you know.
We are sending your sponsorship package before the ink is dry on the contract. With our name being attached to yours from this point forward ish, we will do our best to ensure the long life of this podcast. To that end, our first act as the show sponsor is to mend a festering divide between the hosts by paying off Jimmy's debt to Ken.
What? All right. Now you guys are talking my language.
We have enclosed an item that we sourced for $5, and we'll leave it up to Ken to decide what becomes of it. Jimmy, you're off the hook. That's what it says, Jimmy, you're off the hook. Now, this goes back to our March Madness bracket.
Yep.
Where Jimmy owes me a $5 sourced item. I did check with the state gambling commission, and a third party is not allowed to pay off debts. So you're still on the hook. But I'll go ahead and show right now the $5 sourced item.
Then I want the $5 item. That's the way it breaks down to me. Is if you're not taking it as the bet, then I get that item that you're about to show. So let's see it. What do I get? What did I win? Dude, that's gonna be perfect.
Won.
Thank you guys. I appreciate you.
Star Wars high performance battling drone.
Pretty awesome.
They got that for $5. Now
I
did a little bit of comping on that as well, and it's probably in the like $65, $75. There's some couple that have went a little higher, but on the average, you're talking, we'll say $70 average.
I didn't get
on
a
that.
freaking Star Wars ship.
You did not.
I see why you did this deal now. I see what's going on here.
Well,
I see what's
they
happening.
give out the address and they send all the good stuff. Now,
So
what
I
you
have
did
to
get,
still pay off the debt,
yes,
and you get to keep the item that they were going to use. I want them to comment below who gets the ship. Oh, you
Well,
don't like
it
the way
says-
this is going, do you? You don't like the way this is turning out.
it says right here, we enclose an item that we sourced for $5, and we'll leave it up to Ken to decide what comes of it. What becomes of it.
So he's just going to keep it.
Oh yeah. Well,
you guys
no,
are all
here's
right
what
with that.
I figure.
He's just going
Here's
to
what I
say, I'm
figure.
keeping it.
to
and
the
that's
to the
it.
benefit, because I like to see you squirm out at the sales, Jimmy, when you're finding all these items and you're like, man, I'm not
Oh, I'm
giving
gonna
Ken
find you your
$50 in
item.
profit or whatever.
But
So
man, you guys left a real hole in that contract.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the
Keep reading.
Propel,
Keep reading.
the Star Wars high performance battling drone, and I'm going to sell it, and I'll use the proceeds for like some merch for the show, some new stickers. We got events coming up. We got,
All right.
stuff like that. So I'll share the wealth. I'll share the wealth,
I
Jimmy.
need a T-shirt.
Oh, that's right. You do need one.
All
We'll
right,
talk about
keep
that
reading.
later.
Keep reading.
Okay. And now that we have a foundation for a forever partnership, please also accept our generous, self-promoting, hardly diva-like at all sponsorship materials. We've included signed headshots.
Oh boy.
Right back here, I've got mine. Our official Grams and Pops headshots that say, "Welcome to the family," from Teresa and Corey. So those
Welcome
will
to the family, Jimmy. You don't get a spaceship. Okay. All right.
We've included signed headshots, which I would highly recommend taking care of because these may be worth a lot of money someday. When they're big time
Dang.
YouTubers, when people start finding their channel from sponsorship of this show, it's going to
Gotcha.
take off. Okay, much like my headshot, I gave them headshots in Vegas and they immediately put one up for
Yeah,
sale.
everybody sold that headshot.
And it's
It ended up in a garage in the middle of Seville, Ohio.
Dave sold his to Paul.
And it was
Philly
all
Flipper.
crinkled up. They like it was pulled out of the trash to put on.
Let me see what else. Oh, we've also included our old style discontinued stickers, enough for both of you and a few for friends. So apparently they think that we have one friend each, Jimmy. There were 4 stickers in there. You've got
So I got to give
stickers.
one to you, and then you give one to me, and then we'll still each only have 2.
Yes,
So
that's
We'll
because
still each have 2 after we give them to. Wait,
Jimmy's like the only friend I have. So if I give him one of mine,
here we go.
so these are the old style, and
All
as
right, I
we
already
had-
had one of those, but now I got it. So now I have 3.
go up there. There is the new style Grams of Pops. I'm sure you can go. They do have a new website.
Oh, they're doing like the Grams and Pops gang
Yeah,
signs.
they got some merch and stuff
In
like
the picture,
that.
they're
So,
doing Grams and Pops gang sign.
yeah.
They're throwing up their gang affiliation.
How could we do
That's a
the
bad-
reseller clickbait podcast gang sign?
I mean, Corey's got his hat on sideways. He's throwing up gang signs. What's going on
They're-
over there, Corey? I
Gangster
don't
in South
recognize you
Dakota.
right now, bud.
I mean, when you think South Dakota, you think gangster.
You do, for sure.
I think that's okay.
No, but you
so,
definitely do when you go to Detroit.
oh yes,
We'll get into that in a
we're
second.
going to talk about Jimmy's trip. Okay, stickers enough for both of you. We've enclosed these things in enough bubble wrap to split between you, as well as a couple of premium. So yeah, look at this.
This is how much you get from Supply Hut.
From Supply.
This is how
This
much
is
you
a-
get. This is a full order of Supply Hut right here. So appreciate it, guys. That's a 700-foot roll right there from Supply Hut. So we appreciate that.
Wait.
Use code. No, just playing.
Use code Grams and Pops. Which it does say we've enclosed these things in enough bubble wrap to split between you as well as a couple premium Uline boxes. The good ones, not that Supply Hut crap.
Oh, so you give us the Supply Hut bubble wrap.
So
Cool.
you can take so you can each take one home to use. So Jimmy's got his box right there. My box, I think, is out in the other room. All said and done, this is more than we have paid to sponsor any other show ever, but I feel like you guys are well worth the investment. Keep making us proud. Cheers, Grams and Pops Vintage. And it is signed Corey and Teresa down there
All
at the
right.
bottom. So
Well,
We
you
do
worked out a
have-
pretty good deal there, Ken. You worked out a pretty good deal
yes,
for the
Got me
first ever sponsor of the show.
Got-
I
full rolls of bubble wrap, a box, some discontinued stickers, and
discontinued
they're
and a
old
spaceship for Ken only.
And yes.
And Jimmy
So-
still has to pay. What did I get out of this? Some bubble wrap, a signed picture, and a sticker.
Yes.
Ken still gets to get his bet paid off, and he got a spaceship.
Actually, can I get that box back, Jimmy? Because when I sell this ship, it fits perfectly in
Probably
that
will
box.
fit. No.
Actually, I didn't think about that. I shouldn't have given you that because that box is perfect.
Yeah, that's
I don't-
that sucks.
Sometimes
for
I
you.
don't think ahead.
Yeah, I got. I'll see. I'll have my people. Look over that contract, and I'll see if you get this box back or not.
Okay. Yeah, have your people contact my people and
But
we'll get,
I think for me,
yes.
we've talked about them way too much for me just getting a box and bubble wrap. So let's move on to the next topic.
Well, Jimmy, you're an idiot.
I am an idiot. I told you I was an idiot. You don't even know
That's-
why I'm an idiot.
Jimmy said, put in your notes, Jimmy's an idiot.
I am.
And he will explain later. So
Well, I went to Detroit.
I mean, I have reasons why I think you're an idiot, Jimmy, but I want to hear your
You know,
take
when
on
we hang out, I see it written all over your face. I'm like, he is questioning why he decided to do a podcast with me, why he
What's
goes
up with this
sourcing with
guy?
me. I wish I would have talked him out of moving to Ohio, all that stuff.
You know, Kevin lives in Virginia. That was an option. So anyway, why are you
I
an
went
idiot?
to Detroit, and that's why.
Yes.
No, so I just
Hurry.
went to Detroit to visit Jeff, who I used to do the live show Scores.
Yeah. Score. Greatest-
his mom- oh, go ahead.
Show, greatest reselling internet show, I think.
Greatest
ever.
live show ever.
Yeah, I loved Score.
I can live with that. I agree. So his mom lives there and he was out visiting his mom. So it was actually almost a 3-hour drive to Warren, Michigan on the north side of Detroit.
Okay.
And so we're there and we're sourcing with them. It's hot. We had a good time. And I'm like, man, I haven't sold anything since we've been gone. Like I haven't sold anything.
Okay.
And like I'm complaining to everybody. I'm like, man, I'm going to go get a job. One of my jokes, I'm going to go get a job because sales are so slow. And so we were driving back Friday afternoon.
Yes.
And Friday afternoon, we had just got done picking and we were getting ready to head home. And I was like, I'm going to go on my phone because I did a 1-day away mode just to cover anything that sold while I was gone.
Yeah.
And I went to turn it off, and I was like, I suspended sales completely. I forgot to click the box to still sell while I was on vacation. So I turned my store completely off while I was gone. So that's why I had. So I was like, man, not like usually you still get sales when you know, 'cause it was over 24 hours. I didn't have a sale. I was like, what's happening? So yeah, that's why I'm an idiot because I didn't leave sales on. I turned them completely off. Suspended sales while I was gone for that 30-hour period.
So that's a good hint, tip, or suggestion if you are going to go on away mode, which is really nice when you are going to, like you say, you're going to take a weekend trip or something you don't want to miss especially if you have 1-day handling time.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss that. You can do that. Or if you were going multiple days, doesn't it automatically adjust your shipping time?
So it used to not do that. So it's probably been just a little bit over a year now that it reduces the time. Like, so it just says, it basically says if you buy it from this person, it'll ship on this day.
Yeah.
The old vacation mode, you used to have to manually change your handling time.
Yeah.
So I'm going to, to those that didn't know, to break it down, it used to be if you were going away for 5 days, you would change your handling time to 5 days. Well, on that 5th day, your handling time was still 5 days.
Yes.
And so to the buyer, it still looked like it was going to take 5 days before you shipped it.
Yes.
Where now it reduces that. So on the 5th day, basically your handling time is now down to only 1 day. So anyway.
Yeah. That's very convenient. But, again, don't forget to check that little tick box because you have that option to still sell stuff, just letting the buyer know that it'll be longer, or just don't take any sales at all. Suspend the sales. And so
yeah, well, I was in Detroit and I was selling nothing, but I did some good sourcing. Sourcing was decent, but man, like the whole time I was like, I'm a small town guy. Like we're small town folks. Like already me and Sonia are like, this like Detroit was wild. I've never drove in anything like that. Like I've lived in some big cities, but that's nuts. And then like Jeff was like, well, let's go down 8 Mile. Like the road that Eminem, the rapper, grew up on.
Okay.
Like I was literally Clark Griswold. I was like, roll them up. And then they were doing construction on it, and it was just wild, like loud music playing, all kinds, and it was just like traffic just backed up for miles. That was not fun to me. That part of it.
Now, I will say, you said the sourcing was good, but I follow along with your Instagram. If you're not following along, Jimmy Old School Flips on Instagram, do so. The food, though, you were posting some things, original Coney dogs and
and then they had the
sandwiches.
Chicago dog place out there. Yeah, the Chicago Italian beef sandwiches. Yep.
Oh man, the food looked amazing though.
Everything was amazing. And so the two Coney dog places are right next door to each other. And so Diana said, you got to try them both. Jeff's wife, Diana, she said, you got to try them both and see which one you like better. What was the name of I don't remember the name of the one I like better. I took a picture of it. The first one, the older building, the one where it was like
with all the mayflies or the is that the one with the fish flies all over?
No, that was the Wendy's that we stopped at to use the restroom. No, so like, but that was that one that was really old. Like it was like the original everything in there was original from like 1916 or something like that. It was wild. So yeah, we did the little taste testing. That was fun. But yeah, I wouldn't want to spend a whole lot of time in the Detroit area. Warren was nice. Warren was up north. That was nice. Yeah. And mainly because of the traffic. The traffic was, there was times we would sit at a light and we was like, we're never going to get to go left. Like we are never, ever, ever, ever going to be able, we had to go right because there was never going to be an opening.
Yeah. It is pretty nuts up there. I used to have family that lived up that way and, we get through there and it's just, I'm glad to live in my small little town.
Yeah. That's like, we're small town folk now. We don't do these.
Well, you were kind of used to Denver though. Denver traffic. It
doesn't compare. Denver's still a big city, but it doesn't compare to Detroit. Like it just doesn't compare.
Gotcha.
It's just, unbelievable. Anyway, but I did get a free chair out of it. I got a free desk chair out of it. A really, really nice brand new desk chair out of the deal.
Now, how did this?
The only reason it has anything to do with Detroit is Sonia and I got back. We pull up to the house after the drive home from Detroit, and there's a box sitting out front of our house.
Okay.
Like, what is that? And I look on the side and I see a picture of a desk chair.
Okay.
Rewind to I got my new desk chair.
Yeah.
Nice. It's a fat guy chair. It's great.
I do want to say, maybe I didn't pay a bit of attention in last week's episode, but is your background all filled in now?
Yeah, I put some toys up here. Yeah, I put some toys up. I'm probably going to rearrange it again, but just because I was tired of looking at the boxes, I put some toys up. Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah. It's looking good.
Oh, thanks. I gotta rearrange some things a little bit. But it'll look really good once I get all how I want it. So rewind to when I bought this chair.
Yes.
So originally I bought a different chair on Amazon, and it never shipped. I think I told you about that.
Yeah,
like it never left the. It was from like it was like a fulfilled by merchant.
Okay.
So it never shipped, and the day it was supposed to deliver, the tracking still said never given to UPS. Like the tracking had never been scanned by UPS.
Gotcha.
And so they made me wait Amazon made me wait 3 more days. And then it still had no update to the tracking. It had never shipped. I never got it. And so they allowed me to ask for a refund. On the, get a refund on the chair. So I got a refund on the chair. I've had this chair for 2 weeks now.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other for the and so I bought this. So after that one
Uh-huh.
didn't show up, I ordered this chair. This took 4 days to get here.
Okay.
Got it, built it. I've had it for 2 weeks. The original chair I ordered showed up yesterday.
Really?
So it literally took like 5 weeks for that chair to show up. Maybe
and
not.
after it was already issued a refund.
And I've already gotten the refund on it. Yeah.
Nice.
So I
Free
mean,
chair.
I don't know how that happened. Again, it should have only took 4 or 5 days to get to me,
Yeah.
and it didn't. Maybe it took 4 weeks. I'd have to look at the exact date I originally ordered it. I could do that, but I'm not going to stop the show for that. But yeah, it just showed up, and I got a free. I got a free chair. I don't think I have to return it. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess I could do return to sender. I'm sure I'll get beat up if I don't, but I'm probably going to keep it.
well, you went through the proper channels. You
Yeah.
waited, you inquired about it. They asked you to wait 3 days. You waited 3 days. You put for a refund.
Yeah, and if
That
would've
the
saw
issue had to
shock-
be
the
issued
shock
by
on my face
somebody.
when I saw it sitting there. I was like, "There's no way that's that first chair that I ordered so many weeks ago." And sure enough, it was.
Well, now Sonia will have a nice new chair. For
Yeah, I'm
her.
gonna build that one. Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build that one up and see which one I like better, because that was the one I originally liked.
Yeah.
That was my first choice. But I was like, I'm not buying that chair again if they're not going to ship it. I'm not doing that again. So I had to pick a different chair,
Yeah.
So I'll build that one up, and I guess that'll be a podcast topic. Which chair did Jimmy choose?
Yes.
Right now I have the
We'll look at
brown
it.
leather one. This one's
Leather.
really good, so I probably won't switch.
Okay. Well, you never know.
I really like this chair, but we'll see.
I'll be interested to see
Yeah.
what comes
Yeah.
of that.
That was pretty crazy to see that box sitting there. Oh, what the heck was that?
So-
that was the gang sign.
That was subliminal sponsorship.
how would
That's what I'm
our-
gonna call that.
How would how would our gang signs look? Oh,
I don't know. How would we do?
F.
What are you doing?
F.
Old school flips?
Yeah.
Oh. What,
Well,
what
yeah.
the heck is my name? I could use about every letter in the alphabet with
S.
my name.
K. K. Oh, sorry.
Get our own photo together with
The sideways hat like Corey. I just think that's funny from a distance. The one behind you, it really looks like his hat is on sideways.
So yeah,
Sorry, Corey. I apologize for that. I'm going to make fun of everything and anything I can.
we appreciate
I'm
this,
gonna-
guys.
Apparently, I need to be nicer to my wife. That's what
Oh,
I'm
you get-
told.
Oh, really?
I got a YouTube.
You
comment.
you busted up
Beat
her lip
his
a
little-
couple of weeks ago, and then
Yeah, I threw her down the dang.
so yeah, we
Porch.
talked about that. How is Sonia healing? Is she everything going well with
She's-
that injury?
You should ask how I'm healing, because this
Jimmy?
last weekend
Yes.
we were just yesterday, matter of fact,
Uh-huh.
at a yard sale,
Uh-huh.
and it's raining down there in Westerville,
Okay.
and so we bought a couple things at a sale. I opened up the back door to the car, put something in the back seat, and as I'm closing the door, I have my hand
Uh-oh.
in the window and just
Yeah.
one finger wrapped around. And Sonia, because it's raining, ran to the car, ran in, started it up, and rolled up the windows. And my finger was just like, beep! And I was like, ah, like I didn't expect it, right? So I literally screamed, I was like, roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down, roll down. And I was mad because that sucker hurt, man. It didn't even do a lot of damage. Which one is it? It's this one right here.
Okay.
It's a little bruised.
Jimmy's
up.
got a boo-boo.
I got a boo-boo. So ask how I'm feeling. Don't ask
How are you doing, Jimmy?
how's your finger, Jimmy?
How's
I guess you didn't really know that happened, so you. Don't
I
have
did
that.
not. This is the first that I was hearing about.
But I left out.
Oh.
I was like Ken when he spilled lemonade in his lap. I let out a couple curse words or two.
A
I had to
couple?
calm down.
I think I
man, it
let out
squished my
everyone that I know.
And of course, she's like, "Well, you're just a baby. It's fine." I'm like, "That sucker hurt, man." So Sonia's, but no, joking aside, Sonia's healing up. She thinks the bruise looks really good. I'm like, okay, if you think that looks good,
Okay.
so it bruised up nicely. You saw it.
Yes.
Like when the bruise finally came through, man,
all that black and
bruised
blue
up
and
nicely.
yellow when it
Yeah,
turns
had
all
some
yellow and
purple and
a bunch of
it
scrapes and
still has a
scratches.
lot of color to it. It still has a lot of color to the bruise,
Yeah.
but she's feeling better. Like it's not hurting her as much. And she had like probably a little infection on one of the cuts. So Krista, Dan and Krista, Dan the answer man and Krista, she's been like,
Yes.
Sonia, you better put some Neosporin on that every couple hours. Like because she knows Sonia won't do it. And I'm like, I gave Sonia, I was like, put Neosporin on that. You need to get. She
Yeah.
won't listen to me. So, but Krista's been on it. So listen to Krista. So she's been putting Neosporin on it now, and it's healing up better now. And I'm like, that's gonna scar if you don't put that Neosporin on. It's gonna be a big old scar. So yeah, she's healing up good. So, anyways,
so cool. You got home from Detroit and you got a free chair.
Got a free chair. I still
that was cool, and the sourcing was good. So you had said about how you had forgot to put your store, or you suspended all of your sales. Have you had any other good sales? You know, we've been trying to throw out. Did you have any good sales this week? Or
you were with me? This was the last week, the weekend before, when we went to. Where did we go? We went the day we met up with Jill in Mansfield, right?
Yeah.
I found that golf bag.
Yeah.
And what I pay for it? Couple bucks.
Yeah, not much. Less than $10. I think they wanted 10. I think
on
you
it,
gave
and
them a little bit.
They do 5.
Yeah.
Something like that. So I sold out golf bag today for $90.
Sweet.
Plus shipping. So yeah.
That's a quick sale. Well, because I remember that day. I wasn't even out of the car. I wasn't even like into my car after we got done sourcing. I went to Jimmy's, and so we got back. I loaded my car. Jimmy was already in the front yard taking pictures of the golf bag before I was even in the car leaving. So he got.
I wasn't even saying goodbye or thank you or anything to Ken. I was just like, get out of here, dude. I'm listening.
I'm out at the street honking the horn. Bye, Jimmy. Bye, Sonia. Sonia's like, bye, Ken. Jimmy's like, snap, turning. You know,
she's like, bye, Ken. You're a good friend. It's good to have friends. I'm like, I'm trying to work here. Yeah, so I sold that already. That's
a sweet
and it's
sale.
Probably $120 bag, but it had a couple stains and like a couple little things wrong with it. So I priced it low to move it. I made sure that in bold letters what the condition issues were. And I've never had an issue. You know, it was a tailor-made bag, I think. And so yeah, it sold really quick. And it kind of goes into that thing that a lot of people are talking about right now. Is I agree, especially with Sonia being full-time. Like, I am not afraid to sell something big. Like, selling bigger items helps your sales.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm buying this and I'm selling it. Like.
Yeah, and we're going to talk. Speaking along those lines, we're going to talk about that a little bit more next week, because the post office, USPS, has some changes in their services. They have a new Ground Advantage service that's kind of getting rid of some Parcel Select and some other things, and also kind of combining it a little bit with
I think the big news,
First Class.
The big news is that they are getting rid of First Class, and like I mean, they're adding because First Class is airplane, so they're basically getting rid of it and now offering a new ground service.
Yeah, there'll still be
packages.
The ground. It's not entirely First Class is going away. It's like over certain weights. You know, the below is still, from what I understand. So we're going to research that.
First Class mail will still be. Yeah, let's not talk about it until we do more research.
Yeah, because we'll be spreading, misinformation, which basically is what this podcast is.
That's what we do. So actually, let's keep going.
Yeah.
So everybody, you're not going to be able to ship anything under $15 shipping ever again. Like, everything's going to be more than $15 shipping.
It's all priority mail from now on. And I heard that UPS is closing up. They're no longer going to be available.
Actually, you're not joking. Did they make a deal yet?
Oh no, I don't know.
Strike. UPS is threatening to strike.
Oh, I was just goofing around, spreading misinformation. I didn't even know there was something newsworthy
on the news, but late last week they were talking about how UPS drivers and workers are going to go on strike, and the UPS might shut down. So you're trying to tell a joke, but that might not have been a joke. Now, maybe they might have worked things out. I don't know. I haven't checked.
Maybe I'm like the Nostradamus of podcasts.
I hope
I'm predicting the future without even knowing what the heck I'm talking about.
Yeah, so that's something else we can talk about next week, because if UPS made a deal or not.
Yeah. So I had a good sale as well, and we were talking about sales there. I sold an item that I think we had featured or talked about. It was a board game, Conquest of the Empire board game. Here we go. This is a sore spot with Jimmy.
Subject game. This game is a sore subject.
Jimmy was trying to get Sonia to comp it, and that didn't work out. But I picked up the game. I paid $3 for it. They were asking $5. I paid $3, and I sold it. That's just a couple weeks ago as well that we had went out, and it sold for like $113, $112.49 or something like that.
Dang!
In just a couple weeks. So I was very happy with that sale this week.
As you should be. And I'm very upset. No, I'm happy. That's a good sale. Yep. That was a good find.
Oh man, something we didn't talk about, Jimmy.
Uh-oh.
We should have talked about this at the beginning of the show. I'm going to say your technical victory on the reseller. Yes.
I won straight up, dude.
Reseller showdown game show on I'd Flip That channel.
Oh, you're gonna say you're gonna go Mr. Competitive Ken and act like I didn't win straight up.
I am.
All right,
that's exactly what's going to happen.
Okay.
No, Jim, I will say Jimmy was the winner. Technically, he was the winner.
Did I not get the last question right?
Although I did beat him in all of the games.
No, you didn't.
Actual games.
I beat you in the Jeopardy game.
That's all right. Yeah,
I did.
No, you beat me in the password game, didn't you?
No, I beat you in the Jeopardy game.
We tied, and then we had. Well, how did I get ahead at that point? It doesn't matter.
You won the card game.
The card game, and we were tied after the Jeopardy, though.
Yeah, because you won the first game.
No, you won the first game.
What was the first game?
It was the password. The password game, where they give clues and we guess the words. And I think you had a few more. Anyway, all of that to say, when it came down to the final game, or the whole thing comes down to the final, who can guess the closest to the actual sold comp prices of the items that they show. Yeah. And Jimmy bested me right there. We both were kind of thrown for a loop on that one action figure, that build figure thing.
Build a figure, yeah.
Because we were both like $300 off the mark. But here's what I want to tell you. You know who actually would have won, or came in second? My mother. My mother outbid us both. She was telling me in the chat, she was like in the 500 and some dollars, and the actual price was, somebody else had bid like 601, and the pricing was in like the 600s. And out of all of the chat and out of me and you, my mother whooped us both.
That build a figure, man. I would have never. Yeah, that's what got me, because I was close on everything else.
Our prices were very similar. I think we were probably even within $10 of one another, except for that item. And like you had said,
are you still here? Am I still here?
We're here.
Hopefully I didn't you froze up, but we'll just keep going. I didn't hear your audio. Hopefully everybody else did. Look, just pop up the sponsor. That's all.
Yes. Okay. I think I'm back.
This dead air was brought to you by
Grams and Pops Vintage.
This awkward technical difficulty moment was brought to you by.
Yeah, I can hear it. Storming out there. It's got some big heavy thunder and stuff. So.
Yeah, it's not. I don't know if it is here or not.
We'll get to. But anyway. Go check out I'd Flip That and the game show replay from last week.
Yeah, and let us know who won the Jeopardy round. If
it was a blast.
I know Ken's gonna go back and watch, but I want to know.
I had a lot of fun. with that. Joe and Nicole are just great folks. They put on a really good show. They're really getting technical with it, and it was fun. I thank them for inviting us on. Now I have to go back on the show because that's a bucket list. I need a victory on the game show.
Yeah, it
but
feels
congrats
pretty good.
to you.
It feels pretty good.
It does, sitting back there as a champion.
Yeah.
And so let me know the value of that championship against this Star Wars high performance battle drone.
You don't want to get me started on that again. I already told you how. Corey and Teresa, what were you guys thinking? You literally just put a loophole to where he's like, nope, Jimmy still owes me, and I'm keeping the ship.
That's they wrote that part of the contract up. I didn't. So hey, today's Monday, July the 4th.
No, it's not.
Well, it's actually Sunday, July the 3rd. Or no, it's July the
Monday's
2nd.
July the 3rd. Yeah.
It's Monday, July the 3rd. Can I start that part over?
Yeah, let's rewind.
This awkward date brought to you by Grams and Pops Vintage.
This fun fact by Sonia.
Yes,
Today's
it is Monday the 3rd. And
Yeah.
tomorrow's the 4th. You got anything planned for
I
the
just
4th
went
of
down
July?
to the Phantom Fireworks and bought some fireworks.
Oh, did you?
So
cool.
we're gonna do
Get
some we
good
got some
ones?
Roman candles because I haven't done those in
Yeah.
forever. And I like the little blossoms. So I bought a bunch of blossoms.
Yes.
And we got a couple shower things. We're gonna do our own little show just right here at our house, just for we might go because tomorrow they're having the show tonight, Monday night.
Okay.
In Cyrus, the fireworks shows tonight. So we might go down and see about everybody says the traffic's gonna be terrible. I'm like, yeah, but
to see Red,
where
White,
we
and Boom in
live-
Columbus?
No, in Bucyrus.
Oh, okay.
The little show that they have here. They have it at the fairgrounds. You know the fairgrounds.
Yes. Yeah.
Everybody says the traffic's really bad. It's hard to get in and out of there. I was like, let me tell you about where we lived in Thornton. We lived in Thornton where literally 1 million people came to the Thornton Rec Center to watch the fireworks. Yeah, and we would
we
partake.
went to fireworks last night over in Ontario. We always have a get together with friends and family and everybody's there, and then we walk over right around the corners where they shoot them off, and so you're literally sitting directly underneath them as they're blowing them off. You feel the pounding in your chest every time one goes off. It was awesome. But so tomorrow,
what are your plans? What are your 4th of July plans?
Well, we go to family gets together, and my aunt had a couple of years ago had moved from Michigan to Ohio, and she has been hosting the 4th of July festivities.
Gotcha.
And right at the end of her street, maybe 4 or 5 houses away, is a putt-putt course. And so 2 years ago, we started the what we call the Fam Jam, 4th of July putt-putt championship.
Yep.
And where everybody competes. And I have right here, Jimmy, beside me. This is the traveling trophy that I made. It's the Fam Jam 4th of July putt-putt champion. And it's not left my house, and I don't plan on. I am the
so you cheat every year.
Undisputed putt-putt champion of my family, and so I will be defending this on Tuesday. Plus we have a lot of good food and cookout sort of food, and somebody usually brings some sort of fireworks. Usually my sister and her family bring fireworks, and so we'll blow off a few things in the backyard. The Roman candle type bottle rocket. And and then they usually buy a couple of the big big things.
Right.
Blow off. But I'll give a report next week. I'll show the trophy again next week, as I have successfully defended it for the 3rd year in a row. I'm starting to feel like what's his name? Joey Chestnut? Is that what it is? The guy that wins the
hot
Nathan's
dog guy?
Hot dog.
I felt like him this last weekend in Detroit. Let me tell you what. All the hot dogs I was eating in Detroit.
I'm the Joey Chestnut of my family putt-putt.
Yeah, I bet you get taken down this year.
Very well, very well. You know, it's of everybody in my family. My niece Madison is always my most formidable, opponent or foe or whatever. She's,
You know,
we got some good golfers. My dad and my brother are great golfers, but she just seems to have the knack for putt. And, but the DOG, he always thinks he's going to win anyway.
of course.
So,
And I'm sure he has a couple tricks up his sleeve.
oh,
He's
oh
gonna,
yeah.
He's gonna call them. They technically, or what did you say about me?
They technically won. Yeah.
They technically won.
Well, I
Come
think
up with some reason that he in his head that he won.
I think the
Oh, he's saying somebody. Turn his head.
I think the key to winning each year in putt is right here, Jimmy. It's the eraser. I'm the only one that brings a pencil with an eraser to do my scorecard. And so, it's not my fault they don't think ahead. And I'm the one that tallies all the scores. So,
Yeah.
No, actually
maybe a couple strokes removed from
you never know. You never know what might happen. But, to everyone out there, enjoy your 4th of July tomorrow. Be safe if you are traveling. Be safe if you're
Keep
out there.
all your digits.
Shooting off fireworks. And as in comments, I think from last week, Dan in Demand, I'll be giving you a call when Jimmy blows himself up with his fireworks. Dan in Demand. Ken, let me know if you need a replacement co-host.
Yep.
When Jimmy shoots off fireworks on the 4th of July, I'm available until he heals up. So I appreciate that. And so Dan, hopefully I won't be calling you, although I would always welcome you.
I'm saying hopefully
as a co-host.
Hopefully he won't be calling him. I'm the one that's saying that, Dan. Hopefully Ken's not giving you a call.
So
God.
Jimmy, what else you got for today?
I don't think I have anything.
All right. Well, be safe on your 4th, and I'm sure we'll talk soon. And thank you to our sponsors, Grams and Pops Vintage. And go check out their channel if you can get in close enough to scan on that QR code. And I know they got a new site up. Go watch one of their videos, and they got a site up in their link tree. I think they got a new merch store with some stickers and other merchandise things. What other
merchandise?
things?
I don't know.
Yeah, other merchandise. So go check them out, and we'll catch you next time on the Reseller Clickbait Podcast.